Hello, YouTube. Those of you that are drama fans, well, today you will be richly rewarded. I don't talk about my life a whole lot on YouTube. You might notice that's intentional. I don't try to put any of my life online, but I've been accused of many, many bad things. So I'm going to have to tell my side of the story just a little bit. Um, I think people need to hear me say that I didn't do certain things as far as like hitting people or hitting women, essay on women, that kind of stuff. People need to hear me say that. And that's true. Like, I don't do those things, haven't done those things. But I'll give you a little bit of context. And I wouldn't even say I'm going to defend myself. Some of the stuff, I mean, I've done horrible shit in my life. Absolutely. And I wouldn't defend it and I wouldn't tell you to do it. But yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it. First, if you haven't seen it, you probably will. One of my ex-girlfriends released a video of me, say, incoherent, yelling, not sober, not sober, not slept, not okay. My behavior was reprehensible, I would say, in the video that Crystal put out. It's not normal for me, not at all. I would describe that probably as the worst day of my life. Um, just as far as how I was feeling and my behavior, like I was having all kinds of problems. The video that many of you have seen and a lot of people have commented on the channel about it, making fun of me. I get it. It's 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 good to make fun. I get it. Like I get it. Um, but it was not. I would not describe that situation as normal. Um, what I needed was help. And let's go to the statement that my ex Crystal put out about this video. I'll just read from some of this, from what she had to say here. Recently, women came to me and found out things you don't see here that happened to me. He went on to do them and sometimes worse. The time to be silenced no longer. We had arguments at times, to be sure. I could get emotional or say mean things at times, like any person. So I understand your point, but that was not the case here. What is it? Yeah, anyway, she just gives some context to the video. It was a very bad day for me. Very bad. I wouldn't defend it at all. But her story is like not really true when she says, no one, including his family, would believe me. No one would help me. The video was taken and sent to them, in which his parents finally came to help. Let me read a text message from one of my friends, and she'll know who this is. She's straight lying. I was on the phone that night, including during the part in the video I told her to help you. Do they realize you were having a bad reaction? So quick to point the finger at you, but when I was talking to you and Crystal that night, I was concerned for your safety. And not once did you lay a hand on her that night. She told me so on the night and in the days following. I'm only reading the comments to make sure my list of people I'll never speak to again is complete. Yeah, Crystal was not alone. When I was again, my behavior was horrible. She wasn't alone. My friends were involved. My family was involved. What ended up happening, again, I'm not defending my behavior. We went to a doctor. Like Crystal, my mother and we went to the doctor. Like something is wrong. Like my behavior is not normal at all. Um, I kind of calmed down over the course of a day. Again, there was some doctor visits to try to figure out what had happened, like what caused the episode. And it was a confluence of a lot of things. It was real bad. It hasn't happened before that and hasn't happened since. Um, like the immediate situation got cleared up. Again, like my real bad behavior you saw in the video where I'm swearing and shouting and not making any sense and incoherent and all of that. Again, like hadn't happened since and didn't happen before that. Even though I was okay, um, I had started therapy anyway. Like I was feeling fine, but I like kind of liked I just wanted to like feel better. And then this process went on for years. I had a therapist for years, after the incident you all saw. Um, as part of that, it was part of that process. This is kind of like, yeah, you're in a relationship with someone that you love very much, and they really don't like you. And I just, again, this was a very long process with lots of stuff that happened, but ultimately, like, I made a plan with the therapist to to end the relationship on a particular day. I still remember it. It was July 5th, 2022. I still remember that. I was like, you need to get out of here. This should be better for you, and it would be better for her. Our relationship, again, it was not good. Now, my behavior was worse, especially in the beginning. Early years, I was for sure like real bad. Towards the end, I was different. I was probably better. My behavior is probably a lot better. In any event, I made a plan with the therapist to give her a letter, like real brief, like being with you makes me feel sad. I'm not going to do it anymore. It's like something. It was more than that slightly, but not much. It's just like this is it. She's never going to accept it, right? But this is what I should do. And then just cut off contact, so we didn't live together or anything. I just took my stuff and left. Like I wasn't good to her at all, but kind of the language I'm using here, it doesn't really sound like someone who's trying to hurt her or abusing her. Like it sounds kind of fucking pussy, to be real. Like if I sit here and say, yeah, I made a plan with my therapist to end the relationship. Like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? And yes, yeah, I wouldn't claim to be a perfect person. I've had a few moments, no doubt. But anyway, like if people are curious, like what happened with that video or what happened with that relationship, that's my side of that story. I wouldn't defend myself at all. I would say on the back end of that, I went to the doctor with her, and then I entered therapy, which I was in for years. As part of that process, we ended that relationship. I think we're both much happier. I think it's better for both of us, to be honest, But there it is. All right, let's move on. All right, so another ex that I lived with after this. Her name is Faith. She accused me of, let me pull it up here. What is she saying I did? He's a very dangerous person. Well, we lived together. I've never been more scared or abused in my life. My daughter is still in therapy after him. Please take this seriously. It is not to be joked about. And, I was with her, and this is what she's saying about me in public. Um, I have a way cleaner nose on this one. Like, I didn't do anything to her. We got together. We were together pretty briefly. Um, it was not a good fit, not at all. And I decided like, okay, this is gonna have to end. That's the best thing. And I didn't want an incident. Like post therapy, modern Ben is much smarter about how to handle these situations. Um, so it was a similar playbook, right? Leave a letter, no confrontation, no shouting match. It'll come as a surprise to her, but it's just the cleanest thing. The downside there was that she lived with me. So on the way out of town, I left the letter, and then she went nuclear and trashed my house, trashed my house, and then did ultimately leave, and then has been texting me for more than a year. I don't reply to her. Just like nasty, like what a piece of shit I am for more than a year on the back end of that. Now I'm giving you the context here with that situation, so you can think about it like, does this sound like someone who, while she's in this relationship, she believes I'm abusing her? I don't really, it doesn't sound like normal behavior. Like they don't really act that way. It's like same with Crystal. She didn't like during the relationship, if you look at like the broader context, like I wasn't doing anything to her. Like I was not a good boyfriend, not at all, especially early on. But I wasn't doing anything to her. I wasn't abusing her, not hitting her. I'm not that type of person. Look, this is a very sensitive situation, and I understand the internet doesn't like me very much right now. Probably not going to like me ever again. I mean, that is the way it goes sometimes. Absolutely. But because of the nature of the allegations that these chicks had made, I should put out my side of the story at least a little bit, just a little bit in public. And It's like you guys can think what you want about me. That's fine. Like the worst of it, as far as like hitting people or doing essay, stuff like that, that is not me. That is not real. I did not do that. Anyway, that's it.